Hello! Some people like a challenge. How do you like questions without multiple choice? Well, we'll see. 20 questions. Let's begin. Question 1. How much was Judas Iscariot given to betray Jesus? And he was given 30 pieces of silver, according to Matthew chapter 27. Question 2. What did the widow make for the prophet Elijah? And in 1 Kings chapter 17, the widow made Elijah some bread. Question 3. What type of bird did God provide for Israel in the desert? And that was some quails which turned up in Exodus chapter 16. Question 4. Who did Paul take with him on his first missionary journey, sailing from Seleucia to Cyprus? And Paul took Barnabas in Acts chapter 13. Question 5. At which festival did the 12-year-old Jesus stay behind at the temple? And he stayed behind at Passover in Luke chapter 2. Question 6. To whom did Jesus say, "Get behind me, Satan"? And that was Peter, referenced in Matthew chapter 16. Question 7. Who said, "There cometh one mightier than I after me, the latchet of whose shoes I am not worthy to stoop down and unloose"? And in Mark chapter 1, you'll find out that was John the Baptist. Question 8. The Lord asked Jonah, "Is it right for you to be angry?" What natural thing did God use to illustrate his point? And God used a gourd vine in Jonah chapter 4. Question 9. What plague did God visit on the Egyptians when Moses scattered ashes toward heaven? And that was the plague of boils in Exodus chapter 9. Question 10. Who was buried with Manoah, his father? And Samson was buried with Manoah in Judges chapter 16. Question 11. On the topic of long-suffering, which church did the Apostle Paul tell, "Therefore, among God's churches we boast about your perseverance and faith in all the persecutions and trials you are enduring"? That was the Thessalonian church in 2 Thessalonians chapter 1. Question 12. From what did the woman suffer who touched Jesus' garment and was made whole? And the woman with faith suffered from bleeding in Mark chapter 5. Question 13. What was the name of the star that the wise men followed from the east to Bethlehem? Well, in Matthew chapter 2, we're not actually told the name of the star. Question 14. In what order were the following made? The galaxy, the earth, and the sun. And Genesis chapter 1 tells us the earth came first, then the sun, and then the stars in the galaxy. Question 15. When Jesus called James and John, the sons of Zebedee, they were in a boat with their father. What were they doing? James and John were mending their nets in Mark chapter 1. Question 16. When his brothers came to buy food, in whose sack did Joseph place his cup? And straight from Genesis chapter 44, the cup was in Benjamin's sack. Question 17. When God saw that Adam needed a companion, he made Eve. What did he use to make Eve? And Eve came from Adam's rib in Genesis chapter 2. Question 18. Joseph interpreted dreams for the cupbearer and the baker. Which one of those was to be executed? It was the baker that was executed in Genesis chapter 40. Question 19. What creatures did God send to afflict the Israelites in the desert? And according to Numbers chapter 21, their affliction was from snakes. And question 20. Which prophet served during the reigns of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah? And serving under those kings was Hosea, according to his own book, chapter 1. Not as easy when you have to think for yourself, is it? Until next time, goodbye and God bless.